Okay, I'm now going to invite Damla to come and join us. Who'll be doing the next session. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, lovely to see you.
It's same.
Okay, are
Okay.
You all set up?
Yep.
You can hear me okay?
Yes, of course.
Lovely. All right. I'm just going to introduce you to the group, and then we'll hand over to you so that you can take the screen. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. So can I introduce you to Guldane Damla Kaya? Damla graduated with a bachelor's degree in midwifery from Dumlupınar University in 2013. Hope that was all right.
No worries.
Turkey. Afterwards, undergraduate education, she started a master's degree in gynecology nursing at Gaziantep University in Turkey. She received the pedagogical formation certificate from the same university in 2015. Damla's midwifery career began in a maternity unit at a state hospital in Turkey, and she worked as a maternity unit supervisor midwife for a year. During this process, she won a scholarship by the Republic of Turkey, the Ministry of Education, which provides the opportunity to master's and doctoral courses abroad. And she ended her clinical experience lasting 4 years in order to get a master's degree in England. In September 2019, she completed the MSc Advanced Midwifery Practice at Anglia Ruskin University. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Damla started a PhD then at the University of Surrey last year with a background in midwifery, specializes in complex childbirth, holistic midwifery education, holistic midwifery practices, fear of childbirth, cesarean section birth, qualitative research, and a critical literature review methods. Her PhD will focus on the relationship of the new mentoring system, which plays an important role in midwifery education, surrounding particularly the BAME student, patient safety, and remodeling. This sounds absolutely fascinating, and I'm going to hand over to you to take the screen.
Okay, just 1 second. Okay. Hello, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank you, everyone who contribute for this wonderful organization. And thank you very much for this great opportunity to present my study. Now I'm going to speak about the role of leadership and management in midwifery in the context of Turkish midwifery educational perspective. And thank you, Jenny, to introduce myself. And I just want to add, anybody can reach me from the social media areas in below. And during this presentation, I will discuss about the description of leadership and management. And we try to answer, it is a critical question, why is leadership and management important, especially in the midwifery education? And the discussion, maternity care and midwifery leadership in Turkey, and leadership and management in midwifery education in Turkey. And we finally try to answer potential barriers of the development of midwife leaders and managers as a gender. And the World Health Organization devotes a chapter to the importance of strong leadership and manager in the World Health Report. And also WHO has developed a program for potential dynamic leaders. Although there have been significant increase in the context of leadership and management education as a key stakeholders and part of midwifery training, the leadership and management role in midwifery education has been largely invisible within Turkey as with many other countries. The reasons for these are multifactorial, including the delay to establish a strong professional organization, their negative power relationship with the general medical practitioners, limited midwifery leadership and management, poorly defined roles, and perhaps more importantly, lack of the leadership and management training in midwifery education. Despite the potential importance of leader and manager midwives in practice, there is a very little evidence surrounding this concept. And the aim of this review is to discuss all aspects of midwifery leadership and management in the context of Turkish midwifery education perspective, and to evaluate the roles and responsibility of midwives for leadership and management capacity building. And we will start with the definition of leadership and management. Leadership and management are deemed as a key component of effectiveness and performance of an organization and are actively used in organization as the two ways to organize people. According to the relevant literature, most agree that there is a need for both. Nevertheless, leadership and management are two different concepts in spite of their similarities or connections. And Kotter 1919 states that every organization needs both of leadership and management, but management and leadership are different. Similarly, Forbes contends that there are key distinctions between leaders and managers. In addition, Kotter further argues that leadership is about developing a vision for the future, setting a direction for change, while management is concerned with implementing these objectives through budgeting, planning, staffing, and similar ways. Management basically can be defined as a planned process of working with our thought capital resources and human to achieve an organization goal. Management can also be viewed as a regular planning, organizing, and controlling, and it's often found in hierarchically designed organizations. While leadership can be viewed as a relationship between individuals who are leaders and those who choose to follow. According to the studies on the leadership, it is a vital element in carrying out an organizational business and in the management of organizational resources to achieve the objectives. A study by Scholars et al. 2017 showed that leadership assists to bring about necessary change in organizational environments, helps an employee to influence their behavior in an organization, and helps solve conflicts in organizations. Given this, leadership for many organizations or business is a basic function of management that assists to maximize productivity and achieve the goals of organization. And it is a critical question is that why is leadership and management important, especially in midwifery? The need for effective management and leadership in the health professions is acknowledged throughout the nursing and midwifery literature internationally. Collinson, 2006, established a direct link between effective leadership behavior and the successful performance of an organization. This demonstrated the importance of leadership in any settings, particularly healthcare, where performance is linking to provision of quality standards of care for service users. A recent systematic review emphasized this point in demonstrating how effective leadership enhances positive outcomes for service users in healthcare. Globally then, leadership and management have important implications for all stakeholders in healthcare disciplines with responsibility for maintaining high standards of care. This includes all grades of nurses and midwives, students entering professions, managerial staff, academics, and policymakers. The value of effective leadership in promoting quality standards of midwifery care is unquestionable, but is sometimes only noticed when it is absent as recognized in national and international reports into poor standard of care published in recent years. When I give examples from the UK, the Francis report in the UK 2013 highlighted serious incidents of deficient standards of care in separate NHS hospital trusts with poor midwifery leadership and management cited as a major contributing factor. Increase into failing in maternity service in both the UK and Ireland have also cited poor leadership and management as a key factor in both provision of poor quality care for women and their babies, as well as a lack of development in professions. In some of these inquiries, poor leadership is cited as a primary contributing factor leading to maternal or perinatal death. In this context, Turkey Demography and Health Research in 2018, which is a national statistical report conducted every 5 years in Turkey, it is mentioned that the effective leader and manager midwives should be raised in order to reach the target values for decreasing maternity mortality rates. Inaccurate standards of care cited across the international nursing and midwifery literature. Also, these issues has been linking to staff shortage, poor skill mix, lack of caring, comparison among staff, as well as incompetent leadership and management skills. Many critics have debated the result for the unsafe practice arguing that the reasons for failing in care profession are complex and multifactorial. Also, the majority of the study state that one of the significant ways for solving incompetent leadership and management skills is to build effective leadership and management in the undergraduate education of midwifery. Despite these debates, the recommendations made in these reports have implications for all healthcare providers and stakeholders globally, with the aim of maintaining quality standard of care and preventing future harm to service users. However, it may be given specific recommendation in midwifery for solving this quality of care problems, such as development of leadership and management attributes in midwifery students. The best things to do is to add the leadership and management module as a compulsory to the midwifery education curriculum in Turkey. And maternity care in midwifery leadership in Turkey. It has been suggested that there is a lack of midwifery leadership in other countries too. The International Confederation of Midwives has set up a young midwifery leadership program to address these problems. Specifically, the Department of Health in Turkey has suggested that the lack of midwifery positions at the senior level within some Turkey hospitals may have contributed to poor quality of care. The ability of midwives to be strategic leaders in service, policy and higher education requires that these roles are there to start with, and that midwives have the expertise, credibility, and leadership skills to represent our profession and its contributions. This statement is taken directly from a recent Turkey midwifery directive and captured in one paragraph the current situation in relation to Turkey midwifery leadership. The document describes the importance of midwifery contribution to the maternity governance agenda, and suggested that when there is a midwifery influence at the board level, it enhances the opportunity for midwifery leaders to engage in decision about strategies and systems that meet needs of women and their family. Within Turkey, midwifery leaders are evident to some very little degree in the strategic, academic, and direct service positions. And professor of midwifery, only 5. Supervisor of midwifery are strategic roles, and many of individuals in those roles have not influence at a national level. In addition, midwives had teams, including those that are multidisciplinary, are others demonstrating leadership capabilities, taught their clinical work as a midwives. Even so, there is a perceived lack of leadership in maternity service in Turkey, and this has been highlighted in reports relating to the safety agents. Another striking and important situation is that related literature show almost 6 of universities with midwifery departments do not have an academic staff of midwifery origin. In hospital environments, although there is a head of nurse position in management staff, it is practice of not employing midwives in this position traditionally. Until now, mentioned issues, a demonstrable cause of the barriers of only leadership and management in midwifery in Turkey. It is imperative, It is imperative that all midwives understand their leadership role in the delivery of high-quality care on a day-to-day basis. It could be argued that midwives lead women during the childbirth, continue in their work, lead parents' education sessions, for example, and facilitating births. The main midwives lead women or other midwives needs to be considered at all times if quality of care is to be improved. Brown and Dawn, 2010 research suggested that to become effective clinical leaders and to empower themselves and their organizations, midwives need to discover and utilize certain philosophies that underpin midwifery in relation to the women and families they care for. That is, a midwife who successfully empowers women could, as a leader, have the capability of empowering his or her followers. Leadership and management in midwifery education in Turkey. Since 1988, 56 hours of theoretical and 224 hours of practical and reduced 56 hours in 1994, management in nursing course has been given in the undergraduate programs in nursing, while the midwifery management course has been given as an elective in undergraduate education for the just last 10 years. Turkey, in the field of nursing management master's programs and nursing management PhD programs, has been in the nursing education system for the last 20 years. This is not the case in midwifery. Furthermore, when recently a study are examined in Turkey in 78 state university nursing education institutions in the undergraduate program studied, where there is a lesson for management in nursing in 1904 of university, and 8.2 of them were taught a compulsory course, and the institutional and practical course hours were on average 2.13 and 2.91 hours a week, respectively. However, there is no study in field of management model in midwifery in the Turkish literature. Also, leadership in nursing in Turkey, it has been recognized since the 1918s, but today is only given as an elective at 5 universities in undergraduate education as a leadership in nursing model. 2 of 89 universities about leadership model in midwifery offer this training as an elective. This table shows that it is also essential to include midwifery leadership and management as a compulsory course in the undergraduate curriculum and to develop effective leadership and management skills in midwives. And potential barriers of the development of midwife leaders and managers. Gender. In general terms, the issues of gender and its effects on the career and management opportunities afforded to women in both corporate and organizational areas has been commented on in the literature for more than 20 years. Value and Gold, in their study, identified the disparity between the numbers of men and women who were able to access management development, with men having more much opportunity than women. The impact of gender on career choices and opportunities is not unique to the Turkey. Manti and Tosca, 2020, for example, in an explanation of the barriers women face securing leadership position in the education system in South Africa, identified that women were underrepresented in senior management positions. They suggested that this could be directly linking to a society which has 2 sets of rules, one for men and one for women, in keeping with a view expressed by the French feminist Simone de Beauvoir more than 65 years early. It is within this wider societal context the role of midwives is considered. Midwives, whose title means with women, are mainly women and focus on providing care to the other women. It has been suggested that these 2 facts provide one possible explanation as to why midwives face barriers to fully participating in the management of maternity services. Midwives have been particularly affected by the issues of gender. Historically, as a woman, they were the care provider for women until the Middle Age, when men started to take an interest in practice of midwifery. Since that time, it seems that midwives have continued to struggle to maintaining their role as autonomous practitioners and expert in normal pregnancy and childbirth. The interprofessional gender issues identified are equally applicable to other professions and countries. Miller and Clark's 2018 study of gender issues in the medical professions concluded that there were issues of discrimination against women, finding, for example, that trained working patterns caused conflict for women as they sought to achieve a balance between their professional and personal lives. Conversely, for midwives, while care progression from a clinical to managerial role has often resulted in improved working patterns, moving from shift work to more regular hours, the reality of undertaking these roles often does not improve midwives' work-life balance due to long hours, unsustainable workload demands, and lack of support to undertake the role. Although only one midwife who graduated as a male midwife in Turkey. The fact that almost 18% of those working in midwifery-related hospital environments and in management position in academic settings are men, create a different barriers problem in terms of leadership and management. Possible implication for midwifery management and leadership, these findings of the review may reflect on the issues and challenges in management and leadership education and can consider these challenges in relationship to current trends and imperatives. Findings of the review, Turkey midwifery education can carry a pioneer by providing positive contribution to the perspective. In addition, these elements may address the barriers to leadership and management issues in midwifery education. As a result, leadership and management skills can be created in midwifery students if the leadership and management model is included in the curriculum of midwifery education as a compulsory, not electively. Leader and manager, midwives can be important solution to prevent maternal and infant deaths by increasing the quality of maternity care. And this shows my references. And thank you for listening to me and share your time. Finished my presentation.
Thank you so much, Damla, and you've put a lot of work into that. It's fascinating to see and to hear the same issues that happen in our country and have happened in our country, have been happening in yours, and I'm sure happening in many of the other countries that have been across the world, and who might be participating here. If there is anybody who has a question for Damla about her work, please add it to the chat box at the bottom. I mean, from your perspective of obviously you've come over and you obviously have leadership in your heart, and you are here to be a leader for Turkish midwives, which is wonderful.
Thank you.
Do you have any advice, any messages for anybody out there in a similar situation to you about how they can become leaders, how they can take this forward?
I think maybe can I add some things about,
Of course.
And how can I explain? I'm not sure, because when I speak about leadership and management, especially in the Turkish midwifery perspective, I try to keep and choose the correct words, because it's so sensitive topics in my country, because and we try to enhance the quality of care, especially by the midwifery, and the conclusion of this, in some implication, we introduced the maternal death and fetal death, but increased my cesarean section rate. We have 55% of cesarean section rate. Maybe and this is conclusion of the lack of the problems in the midwifery education. Maybe we can solve the midwifery education's things. Maybe we can solve the other problems. Everything is related to together. I think this is the first step to build a leadership and management course, especially in the midwifery education. I think because and the leadership and management model related to practice and related to academic settings. I think I just try to focus on my leadership and management. This is my it's my problem. Maybe there is my problems, but all majority of midwife in the Turkey try to build leadership and management course in the an education perspectives.
I mean, I think you're right. I'm certainly in the UK over the years now. I can't say it for Ireland. I'm not sure what's happening there, but certainly in courses that I've been involved in, there has usually been a unit of work, or whether it's a module or whatever it's called, that is for the student to learn or to develop skills around leadership and around management of themselves, as well as sort of managing the cases that they're coming across, managing as a student and also as a qualified midwife, and to understand that actually midwifery is also something that is political, and that it is something that we are all managers, whatever role that we're in. Would you agree with that? Would you agree that's something?
Absolutely, I agree totally. And the other problem is that, is mentorship problems. And majority of midwifery students in the Turkey, in the undergraduate settings, we don't have role models in the practice, because we don't have formal mentorship models or mentorship course and the stage to education process. It's related to, maybe not directly, but indirectly related to leadership and management problems. Everything sometimes, go out to leadership and management, and, one way.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great, the work that you're doing. Just to say, is there anybody who have got any questions? Please just do add them to the box. I'm also interested in the fact that you are doing now a PhD study that is going to be focusing more on Black and Asian students as well. How do you think that what you've been talking about is going to impact on your studies, or what do you think you're going to be looking?
And Jenny, maybe do you know, I'm not sure, the mentorship systems was changed 2018 in UK, and normally mentor, have two roles, assessment and supervisors, both of them. But
Absolutely.
now, in last year in the practice, changed the mentor roles, separate two roles, and practice assessor and practice supervisors. I think, I'm wonder about things that. And first I wonder about how it affects changeable these roles, the new mentorship system affect to midwifery students, and especially from the BAME perspectives, because when the BAME studies especially in the UK and the other country, it's same things. There are lack of study, especially from the BAME, but 2 years ago. And the UK published a report, and this report said that Black woman was dying during the childbirth process, and so on. And the other important thing is that in the COVID process, and compare the especially Black and Asian and the other ethnic minority, and populations compared to the other ethnic groups, and say that maybe two black women died with COVID process compared to and compared the white and five. I'm not sure, this data maybe is wrong, I'm so sorry, but there are lack of studies about BAME in every settings. I choose for normally culture diversity, but and how can I solve the culture diversity in the UK? Because in the UK population have so diversity, and how can I describe to culturally? And I found BAME identified, but normally I don't want to use the definition of BAME. I think BAME is, a label of the people,
Absolutely.
I don't want to use it, but the literature gives me the description, the description. So I have to use.
Well, it's going to be very interesting, your study, as it develops, and we shall look forward to having more coming out from you about the work that you're doing. And I'm sure that what you're doing will subsequently impact what's going on in Turkey. I hope it does for you.
Yeah,
well.
Of course. Maybe when we'll study about my postdoctoral studies.
Yes. That's a few years yet.
Yeah, I hope.
You're in that place now where you can actually share what you're doing, and it's fantastic. And I'm so pleased to have met you. I'm going to have to draw this to a close now, and it's a real pleasure to have met you, and I hope we can chat more about what you're doing at some point.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
And just to say to everybody else, if you want to follow up anything, then of course you can contact Damla, she has put her details on her screen when you'll get your slides. And there's now a little bit of a break again. And during that session, during that time, that there's going to meet the expert session, which is active iron. If you're interested in that, then do go and join in with them. And then we come back to hear the wonderful Mars Lord at 4:10 all together on the live screen, which I hope that we can all do that together. So thank you very much to everybody. And thank you, Damla, for your session. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.